Nico Alves, boom. Let's pick our first centre-back.
I'd have a look at Mascherano.
I've picked the 2 full-backs. I'm going to complete the back 4. I'm waiting for Anne.
Oh my God, what's the point? Okay, let's get the team on the pitch. Come on, get on with it. Come on, let's go.
Oh, where am I? Which one am I? I'm in.
Don't forget me in the middle, don't forget me in the middle. You should pass. You've lost the ball again.
It's me.
No, I'm blue.
I'm blue. He's round the keeper. Oh, go on. Oh, unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Calm down, Gary.
The ultimate FIFA experience, only on Xbox One.
No one saw it coming. We never thought time itself could collapse and take the world down with it. Because we take time for granted. Just like I took you for granted.
We got a visual on choice. Confirmed target. Guns hot.
But if I get another chance, I'll make sure things are different. This time, I'll save you.
There are those who take steps.
And those who make the great leap forward.
Those who stay as they are.
And those that become more than they ever thought possible.
So ask yourself, will you step or will you leap?
Play the greatest games lineup in Xbox history.
Rio Ferdinand here, and yes, I'm organising a FIFA football tournament in a plush central London private cinema to put an end to my rivalry with SBTV founder Jamal Edwards. He ain't ready. We're building our squads and both have a slot on our team for you and a mate. To have a chance to play, all you got to do is go to www.kicker.com/Rio and make a contribution, yes, a contribution, a healthy one, to my foundation. Get involved. SBTV, you're getting work.
Here we go, foot draft.
Whoa, you give you the control?
I'm on this. Big decision, let's choose a captain. It's got to be Messi. I'll let you have a little bit of input at left back because you played there a few times badly.
Marcello, I think.
Executive decision, Alaba. Right back. I'm going to go Alves, boom. Let's pick our first centre-back.
I'd have a look at Mascherano.
I've picked the 2 full-backs. I'm going to complete the back 4. I'm going for Varane.
Oh my God, what's the point? Okay, let's get the team on the pitch. Come on, get on with it. Come on, let's go.
Oh, where am I? Which one am I? I'm in.
Don't forget me in the middle, don't forget me in the middle. Oh! You should pass. You've lost the ball again.
It's me!
No, I'm blue.
I'm blue! He's round the keeper. Oh! Go on! Oh! Unbelievable! Unbelievable!
Calm down, Gary.
The ultimate FIFA experience, only on Xbox One.
No one saw it coming. We never thought time itself could collapse and take the world down with it. Because we take time for granted. Just like I took you for granted.
We got a visual on Joyce. Confirmed target, guns hot.
But if I get another chance, I'll make sure things are different. This time, I'll save you.
There are those who take steps.
And those who make the great leap forward.
Those who stay as they are.
And those that become more than they ever thought possible.
So ask yourself, will you step or will you leap?
Play the greatest games lineup in Xbox history.
Rio Ferdinand here, and yes, I'm organising a FIFA football tournament in a plush central London private cinema to put an end to my rivalry with SBTV founder Jamal Edwards. He ain't ready. We're building our squads and both have a slot on our team for you and a mate. To have a chance to play, all you got to do is go to www.kicker.com/Rio and make a contribution, yes, a contribution, a healthy one, to my foundation. Get involved. SBTV, you're getting work.
Here we go, foot draft.
Whoa, who give you the control?
I'm on this. Big decision, let's choose a captain. It's got to be Messi. I'll let you have a little bit of input at left back because you played there a few times badly.
Marcello, I think.
Executive decision, Alaba. Right back. I'm going to go Alves. Boom. Let's pick our first centre back.
I'd have a look at Mascherano.
I've picked the 2 full backs. I'm going to complete the back 4. I'm going for Anne.
Oh my God, what's the point? Okay, let's get the team on the pitch. Come on, get on with it. Come on, let's go.
Oh, where am I? Which one am I?
Don't forget me in the middle. Don't forget me in the middle. Oh! You should pass. You've lost the ball again.
It's me.
No, I'm blue.
I'm blue. He's round the keeper. Oh, go on. Oh! Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Calm down, Gary.
The ultimate FIFA experience, only on Xbox One.
No one saw it coming. We never thought time itself could collapse and take the world down with it. Because we take time for granted. Just like I took you for granted.
We've got a visual on Joyce. Confirmed target. Guns hot.
But if I get another chance, I'll make sure things are different. This time, I'll save you.
There are those who take steps.
And those who make the great leap forward.
Those who stay as they are.
And those that become more than they ever thought possible.
So ask yourself, will you step or will you leap?
Play the greatest games lineup in Xbox history.
Hello and welcome to the Play Like a Legend Season 2 finals here at the Gfinity Arena in London. We've got a whole host of FIFA action coming for you today. Before we start, let me introduce my co-hosts here. My name's Spencer, by the way, and with me I have got Mr. Chris Trout. How you doing, Chris?
I'm doing good, mate. How are you doing?
I'm very well. I'm looking forward to today. Are you looking forward to today?
Myself included. Should be good.
We've got lots of good stuff coming up. We've got some expert FIFA players, and we've also got some expert commentary talent, including Mr. Marius Yepsev. How you doing, Marius?
Thank you very much. I'm doing well.
Your second time here. You were with us for season 1. Did you enjoy it?
It was a lot of fun. I had a good time, and I'm very excited to be back. I think we're going to see some high-level FIFA today.
We definitely are. Before we get further into stuff and talk about who specifically is playing, let me quickly remind you guys of the format of today's tournament. Okay, so first thing you need to know is that it's a round-robin group stage, okay, as you can see. And importantly, we should talk about how much money is up for grabs today. $4,000 for the winner. That's a take-home for them. That's happening today. The winner will be crowned. Second place gets $2,000. Third place gets a nice $1,000 commiseration prize. Each group consists of 3 players. 2 players from the group advance to the bracket, okay, which is where it's a single elimination bracket. Importantly, this is an important thing to point out because it didn't happen in previous Play Like a Legend events. It's a new rule. The group games will be a 1 leg only, okay? We've stripped it back. We've made it a little bit more tense straight from the off. So it's going to be interesting to see these guys play under pressure straight away. They haven't got the comfort of 2 games this time. And the knockout games, though, will consist of home and away legs. So once you get through, you earn the right to maybe be a little bit more patient with things. So that's the format of today's tournament. Anything jumping out at you there?
The fact that the group stages are 1 leg only, it does mean that someone who has a blinding first game can really start to upset the competition. You don't have that second leg to fall back on. And we saw in your Spencer Game Academy that players can beat some of the best out there. I mean, Kieran managed to beat Spencer Ealing, Epsilon Gorilla. Arguably one of the best players in the world right now. And he beat him in that 1 game. And that's all it really takes, that 1 game to upset someone in the groups and maybe send someone going home sooner than they expected.
Definitely. We'll talk more about the Spencer FC Game Academy later because it does play a part in today's Play Like a Legend event. Let's take a look at the groups, though, that everyone's going to be organised in. Starting off with Group A, Epsilon Gorilla. He is the main man. Everyone wants to beat him. The current champion. I think he's won 3 of the 4 Play Like a Legend events he's played at. That might even be actually unfair on the guy. He might have won more than that. But he's in Group A. He's very, very dominant right now in Ultimate Team. In his group, he's got Vitality Rocky, the Frenchman, and XL Giggsy, a fellow Brit. Okay, so that's Group A. And Group B, we've got the German Dr. Ahano, and we've got Kurt 0411, and we've got Epsilon Dax. So, what are you thinking about Group A, Chris?
Strong group. I mean, I've seen all 3 of these players play. Obviously, we've got Gorilla, the defending champion from Season 1. We're expecting a massive amount of things from him. We've also got Giggsy and Rocky in there, who are no strangers to this competition, both incredibly good FIFA players themselves, who have given everything they have at these competitions, have done very well for themselves as well. So it is quite a tough group. Not exactly the group of death from those 4 groups that I saw, but it's a very strong group.
And just to touch on that, Marius, you like we said, Season 1 was your first event here. How impressed were you with Huge Gorilla, who went on to win the whole thing?
I mean, what he did was amazing. He made it look easy because he scored so many goals against people that are some of the best in the world, and it's very impressive. And for people at home watching it, it might not come across the way because we look at it and we know exactly how amazing it is because we know the level that these guys are at. So his performance was unbelievable.
Definitely, and we're interested to see if he can do it again, but he has done it so many times to definitely be the favourite for this tournament. But let's take a look at the other groups, Group C and D. So Group C, we've got Tass, who's been on a lot of these tournaments, never really done himself justice because he's a well-known player, and he's still waiting to kind of make a breakthrough in the Ultimate Team scene, but this could be his day. We've got XL Dragon in their training partner with Gorilla, very similar play styles, so it'll be interesting to see, and his name's Sean Allen, if he can emulate the success of his training partner, Gorilla. And we've got Aggie Rosemeyer, the Dane, the great Dane, former world champion. He definitely wants to, I mean, he was a finalist, we should point out, losing finalist last time against Gorilla. It was actually a big scoreline he lost by.
It was.
But before that point, he looked very good. So he'll definitely be looking to go one better and maybe win the whole thing. Group D is a very interesting one, guys. We have got Boras Legend, well-known Swedish player. He's won a lot in the past. We've got Vitality Brian, who's won this event before on FIFA 15, never on FIFA 16, looking to do that today, from France. And interestingly, you can see the final spot in Group D says Spencer Academy. That's a player from the Spencer FC Game Academy, which is my series on YouTube where I'm looking to find a player to sign for my esports team. Now, let me tell you where we are with that, guys. We've got 4 guys left, Okay, now they're going to be playing in 3 quick matches before we kick off Play Like a Legend proper today to decide who gets that spot. It's going to be 2 semi-finals, okay? The winners of which will play in a final. The winner of that gets that spot. And let's remember, we're competing for that money we talked about there, FIFA points, legends. There's a lot. More importantly, these guys can prove how good they are in rank to the other pro players, so it's an important spot. The other thing we have to point out, though, is that the 2 losers of those semi-finals will be going up for elimination, which you guys watching decide on. You get to choose a vote in a Twitter poll, and whoever gets the least votes, the least percentage of the vote, will be leaving live in this show. There's lots to watch out for, but before we go on, let's meet the 4 players remaining in the Spencer FC Game Academy.
My name is Christopher Bullock. I'm 20 years old and I've been playing FIFA Ultimate Team since 09. I expect to win it. I've come here to win it all. I'm not here to get beat the first round. Everyone expects me to. I'm coming in as a favourite.
My name is Jack Beasley. I'm 18 and I've been playing Ultimate Team since 2011. Well, I'd say I'm an underdog, but underdogs can sometimes do well. I'd say the tortoise can sometimes beat the hare.
My name's Kieran. I'm 18 and I've been playing Ultimate Team since FIFA 12. My setup, I play 4-3-2-1. My strengths are attacking and getting a bit fluky. Defence is my weakness.
My name is Harry John Hesketh. I'm 19 and I've been playing FIFA Ultimate Team since it first came out. Most of the competitors here finished below me, so that puts me above them already.
So there are 4 guys left in the process. Lots of talking points there. Harry was the one that got to play in Season 1 and played like a legend. He earned that right through the series. He'll be looking to do the same. Kieran, as you mentioned earlier, actually beat Huge Gorilla in the last episode as we got him to play all the guys, which was sensational. I didn't see that coming, so fair play to him. He'll feel confident, perhaps, that he can do that and beat other guys today, because not many people have beaten Huge Gorilla. So it's going to be interesting. They're going to be playing off in 3 games. We're going to be encouraging attacking play and getting these games wrapped up as soon as possible. So the rule we're going to be actually applying to these games is that if it's level after full time, whoever scored the first goal is going through. Just to stress, this is just for the Spencer FC qualification games. This is not for Play Like a Legend. But whoever scores the first goal gets a kind of silver goal / golden goal, you know, bonus point sort of thing. But yes, those games are coming up soon. You've guys seen a little bit of the Spencer FC Game Academy. Harry's probably the front runner right now based on performances, but does that necessarily mean he's going to go through? Because it's kind of, it's sort of sudden death with this first goal rule, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's all about who makes that impact play. I think you're going to see some defensive gameplay overall from these guys. No one really wants to go and concede that first goal because it doesn't put you in a very good position. In your Spencer Academy video, we actually saw a lot of them struggling against Epsilon Gorilla, but Kieran seemed to be able to bring his own and actually manage to break through and win that game. So I've got to say, my money's probably on Kieran to get through here.
Interesting, interesting. Marius, what would you say to these guys if you were in their situation now? Like, what sort of mentality would you bring to it? Because it's 1 game and potentially 1 goal could put them up for elimination if they concede it first.
Yeah, it's a interesting one. I've never seen a situation like that before in just an opening game, so I'm very excited to see what's going to play out. But I think they need to not be, you know, they don't need to, they have to not feel the pressure and just stay calm and try not to concede, because that first goal is so important. So you want to be defensive in the beginning and fill your opponent out to see if you can find any holes in his defense, and then you strike. But you have to be careful in the opening minutes of this match, because if you concede, I mean, your opponent, he can kind of lay back and just kind of relax a little bit, because that first goal is worth so much.
If you do concede, you pretty much have to go for it and try and get a couple goals. Interestingly enough, this is the 5th episode, or this will form the 5th episode of the Spencer FC Game Academy, What Happens Today. But the 2 guys meeting in the semi-final, none of them have played each other before in the series. So they don't know what the other guys are like directly, so they haven't had that opportunity. They'll be using their Ultimate Team squads, as obviously will the guys in the Play Like a Legend event today as well. So there's lots of different talking points. They're just getting set up in the booth. I believe the first game we're going to see is Harry versus Chris. And the second game will be Kieran versus Jack. Okay, so 2 of those 4 names will be up for elimination. As soon as we know who the 2 losers of the semi-finals are, I'll be putting a Twitter poll live on my Twitter. That is @SpencerOwen. You guys can head over there and you can vote for who you'd like to keep. Okay, the game's just getting set up now, so we'll join it very shortly. It's going to be interesting, guys. Straight away, the action starts. Spencer FC Game Academy is coming up, and then shortly after this, we'll be followed by the Play Like a Legend Group A kickoff game. Okay, should we do this?
Let's do this.
Let's jump into the action. Here we go. Harry versus Chris, kicking off very soon. Just finishing some things with their teams here. I think we've got Aguero and Ronaldo up top there in this formation. It's a diamond formation. De Bruyne in behind, Modric, Ramirez. A lot of people like Ramirez. Okay, let's get this underway then. So,
I think it's worth pointing out as well, we saw that we had the international position changes for some of these players. So I think we've actually got our striker Ronaldo playing up top there.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, that's great. What a great item that is for people to get. Just to point out, we've got Chris in the yellow kit and Harry in the green. Okay, so, yeah, Harry will be the favourite for this one, based on performances so far. Like I said, he won this sort of process before where he got to play in Season 1 of Play Like a Legend, where he did lose both his group games, but he was actually leading one of the games against Dr. Ahano for a while. But one thing's for sure, whoever gets through is going to have a baptism of fire in that Group D with Boris Legend and Vitality Brian waiting for them. Here is Harry on the ball. Chance for him to go 1-0 up and get that early goal if he can put it in. Well defended, though, by Chris. Definitely dividing opinion on the on Spencer FC Game Academy right now, Chris. He's a larger-than-life character, very reactive when things happen for him. Chance for Harry with De Bruyne, tackled by Chris.
I like his first name, I have to say. I'm a fan of his first name. Oh, that was a dangerous tackle, that one. He almost could have given something away there. Gets away with it, and the ball's going to be cleared out. Here comes Harry on the attack. And as you said, Harry, definitely one of the favourites to go through in this stage, and he's showing some good stuff here so far and does win a free kick.
Chance here. Is he going to strike or is he going to lay it off? Remember, this first goal is crucial, guys. If you take the lead in these Spencer FC Game Academy games, it's almost like 2 goals, because it means if it's level after full time, you go through. Chance for the free kick. He's going to lay it short to Modric. Great touch. Got to be a goal. Oh. There it is. That is absolute lovely free kick technique there. Look what he did there, the lovely layoff. Marius, I know from playing with you a little bit, you're a fan of that manoeuvre yourself. And it's now 1-0 to Harry, and Chris has to come back from this with a couple of goals, or else he will be up for elimination today.
It's a very clever use of the free kick tactic there. I thought that as soon as he changed his free kick taker to Aguero, I knew what he was doing. Yeah. So I think that his opponent, he should have recognized it right away, because it was obvious to me that he was going to play a pass, but it worked out very well. It's a very effective tactic, as you saw.
Chance again, almost falling to Aguero there in the box. So Chris is in a not a great situation right now. It's an early goal. At least that now means he's got time to score. He didn't concede it in the last few minutes. But he needs a couple goals, because even if he draws this game now, he will be going out unless he wins, because he conceded that first goal, and that's the rule we've put in place for these games, just to make it nice and feisty. But here is Chris on the ball with Ronaldo. Edge of the box for Chris. Gets through. Ronaldo, twinkle toes. Can he put it in the box? Oh, could be a penalty there. It's not going to be given, but a little bit of digs in the back on Ronaldo there defensively. We've got that hero Aguero card up front for Harry, which I know he's a big fan of. Benzema on the ball for Chris. There's a chance. Oh, it's gone in! Unbelievable. So that's really unlucky. Unlucky, and it's a bit of both, really, because he had the shot with Benzema. It was saved by the keeper, but went straight into the oncoming Gareth Bale, who put it in the back of the net for Chris, and it's 1-1. Harry's still in the driving seat right now, as he scored the opening goal, but great little bit of action for Chris there. He'll be feeling a little bit more confident now. Could he get a second? Good ball over the top. It's cleared by Harry's goalkeeper. Just to remind you guys, Harry's in the green, Chris is in the yellow. The winner of this will go through to the final of this mini tournament, and the winner of that will get a place in Play Like a Legend today. The loser of this game will be going straight up for elimination in a Twitter poll vote, which you guys can vote on and decide who stays and who goes from the Spencer FC Game Academy. Okay, Ronaldo on the ball on the right-hand side for Harry. Is he going to deliver it? It's a good tackle from Chris.
Really aggressive play from both these guys. They're really not leaving anything to waste. They're giving everything they possibly can here. Chris has obviously got to be feeling confident right now. He's definitely one of those players who's very much a hype man. Once he gets hyped, he's very, very good and starts to play his best FIFA.
Yeah, interestingly, he's used some position changes himself. He's got the new central midfield, Alaba, I believe, in that middle of his midfield. Card. It is. I mean, he's so versatile, using so many different positions for Bayern Munich. Just signed a new contract as well, I do believe. So.
A throw. Not quite clear whose throw it is.
Okay, Harry on the ball with Ronaldo. Turns, hugging that touchline. Inside to Ramirez, but it's dispossessed. Harry's not been in a situation, really, in this series yet where he's been put on the back foot. You know, if he was to lose this game, like I said, he would be going up for elimination, and that would be the first time we've seen Harry in that position. So he certainly doesn't want to test that out, as I'm sure. But Chris is looking okay here, and the next goal is going to be crucial for Chris if he can get it. Ramirez. It's a good ball. Is he onside?
What a ball.
Oh, what a ball!
What a goal!
What a goal! On the volley from Ronaldo. That was sensational from Harry. Look at this long ball. I mean, it's Route 1 stuff. We've seen Harry do that quite a bit, but what a volley from Ronaldo. Past Neuer in goal, 2-1. Chris now needs 2 goals to avoid going up for elimination. What a hit.
That was some sensational passing right there. I thought over-the-top through balls weren't as effective in this FIFA, but he's proved me completely wrong there with that one. It was absolutely well calculated and well taken from him.
2-1 here then. About 12 minutes left before half-time. Harry's very much in the driving seat. If he can get a third, it could be all over. Ramirez. Oh, he's going through. Oh, he's going to score. Oh, Ramirez.
Lovely dribbling.
That was cheeky. And as I just said, Harry has put himself with a very, very good advantage now. 3-1 lead. Yeah, Chris needs, I think he needs 3 goals.
I think he lost all composure there. It's just throwing bodies straight at the opposition, couldn't get the tackle away, and it was completely rushed, and it was too easy for Harry in the end.
I think what happened there was that the closer Harry got to the goal, the more desperate Chris became to get in the ball, and he rushed in. He was reckless in defense.
It's not like he was short of numbers either.
No, I mean, he just, it might be because he just conceded a goal and he's trying to just get his act together a little bit, but the way he defended that was not very good.
Ronaldo looking for the ball over for Chris. He does need a goal soon, because he's got a lot of catching up to do if he's going to stay in this process now. And he backs himself, Chris. He says in one of his interviews that he came here to win. You know, and he's not far off. He's in the last 4, which is great. Started off with 10 other guys, of course. Or started off with thousands, actually, online who tried to qualify for it. So everyone's done exceptionally well to get to the final 4, but Harry really looking quite dominant at this time.
Some interesting use of the no-touch dribble combined with the shielding of the left trigger there with Ronaldo. Unfortunately, he was not able to complete the pass in the end, but the dribbling was quite good.
Alves on the ball for Harry, looking for Ronaldo for the knockdown. Here's Ramirez, who got himself a goal. To Ronaldo, that's nice. Cristiano, and if Harry gets a 4th in it, it's pretty much all over. Oh, wow, risky goalkeeping there.
I mean, it might already be over if you, I mean, it's very difficult to come back from the scoreline.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think it's
especially with that first goal being the most important one. There's only, you know, 1 half to go, and I don't see this switching around.
The teams go in at 3-1.
Okay, half-time, 3-1 currently to Harry. He's looking very dominant here. What does Chris do at this point to try and get himself back in this game? Obviously, he's got to score goals, but how does he do that? What does he need to change?
It's got to be a formation change for me. I don't think he's really had the greatest of chances up front. He had that one opportunity where he got a luck of fortune going in his favour down one of the wings from a shot that deflected onto Gareth Bale. But other than that, he's not had a huge amount up top. It's been defending most of the time. And unfortunately, some sceptical decisions in the back actually cost him one of his goals where Ramirez went and put the ball in the back of the net. But for me, it's got to be a formation. Marius, I don't know what you think about this.
I think a formation change, or at least the attacking mentality has to change. He has to go forward. Obviously, he needs goals. I think the one goal that he has shown that he is able to score. He scored 1, but it wasn't. The way it happened wasn't intentional. Like, he never meant to you know, shoot off the goalkeeper and deflect off of a player. So even the one goal that he did get was a little bit lucky, but he just needs to push forward. That's all he can do at this point.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting though, because I actually think both teams didn't have a lot of chances. In fact, pretty much every shot went in, I think, in that first half, for Harry as well as Chris. Massive effort there from distance from Harry. And if he can get his 4th goal, he'll be comfortable that he's going to sail through to this final and also put Chris up for elimination. It just shows you, like, even at this level, and then these guys have still got to prove themselves on the main stage, and someone will get a chance to do that in PLAL Collection today. But even at this level, the Spencer FC Game Academy, the efficiency of shots is very high. There's very few shots going to waste, you know, missing the target or what have you.
Chris does win a corner there. This is a good opportunity for him to make something. He's got players in the box, and it's going to go out for a 2nd corner here.
Going to go short. Short corners are preferred. He's laying off to the edge of the box for Casemiro. Shot header. Oh, into the hands of the keeper. Handanovic in goal there for Harry.
Much better, though. Much better attacking stance.
Harry's kind of... It reminds me almost of Leicester City, the speed of his attack, the quickness. The keeper's come off his line. What's he doing there?
Oh, wow.
What is Chris doing? His header's gone. I don't know what he was thinking there. I think that's the sort of tactic you see people use online where they try and baiting people to shoot, but I don't think you want to be doing that when you're 3-1 down. Now 4-1 down. Harry's looking very good to go through to the final. He's making some changes now, but he's happy, right? He's loving life.
Absolutely, and he's got a wealth of players on the bench that he could bring on, which he is going to do. He's actually going to bring on Kyle Walker into the right-back position, switch up the attacking players. He's also going to put Alves at left attacking mid, so that's an interesting one there.
It is an interesting choice. I'm not sure if he's going to stay there. Yeah, he looks like he is, okay. Well, he's 4-1 up at the end of the day, so he doesn't really need to worry too much about the attacking side of things.
I believe he's got the team of the year, Alves, that's why.
Okay. So what happened here? Chris pulled his keeper out. It's a free header in the box for Ronaldo, I think, who headed it in. And it's 4-1 now, and Chris has given himself way too much work to do. He's got to score 4 goals to win this game. I don't think he's going to be able to do it against Harry's defence. So I think we've just seen Harry go up for I think we've just seen Chris go up for elimination, sorry.
Still some time for him to get back into this, and you never know what can happen in FIFA. You could score 2 goals in the 85th minute of a game that is really, really important, but you never know what you're going to see here.
Ronaldo on the ball for Harry, dispossessed. Now, Chris, if he's got any chance, he needs a goal like now, like 10 minutes ago, really. And it's possible, but Harry does look solid, and every time he attacks, he looks like he can score as well.
It's good football from Chris, playing it quickly, loses the ball there. Maybe should have thought a bit more about that pass. Trying to get the ball desperately up the pitch as quickly as possible. He hasn't got a lot of time to work with here, Spencer. He's really got to make something work for himself.
Yeah, just under half an hour FIFA time left. Just needs to get something. Can't give up, you know. It's not over till it's over. Chance here for him if he can turn and get a shot away. It's a nice ball roll. Can he get the shot in? It's in! Okay, what a game to start things off today, by the way. Aubameyang with the hit for Chris, 4-2. He needs to keep going. He's got a lot more goals to get, but it's a start. It's a start of something.
Well, we've seen in this game the ball roll in the box is so effective, and it's just one of those skill moves that is very, very simple, but does everything you could want for yourself, setting yourself up for a great shooting position, and also just taking the ball around the defender just before they can get the tackle in.
It's actually quite a good start to this. Well, the half didn't start that well because he conceded the goal, but since that goal, Chris has bounced back.
No!
He's got another one.
He's coming back, mate. I'm calling it.
Unbelievable. If Harry does not win this game, it'll be the biggest collapse we've seen perhaps ever in the Gfinity Arena, let alone the Spencer FC Game Academy. That is shocking stuff. I mean, Harry really needs to... is he switched off? What's happened here?
This has all come from the formation change he made. He went for the 4-2-3-1 with the 2 attacking midfielders instead of the wingers, and it's not quite working out for him now. He's like... I don't know if it's just so many more gaps are forming in his defence, and he's not really having the best of times.
And Chris is still loving that bringing the keeper off his line there. He did it there when Harry was quite far out, in fact. I mean, it's an interesting strategy. It didn't work, obviously, in that 4th goal we conceded. I think Harry still has to feel one more goal, you know, seals the deal for him, but he's made this far too close. It's actually quite disappointing to see because he was so comfortable and in control, and it makes me feel like he's taken his foot off the gas or he's lost concentration, and concentration is such a key part of competitive esports. You can't afford to do this.
Marius, have you noticed anything?
Well, the biggest thing about this game is I think Chris has been poor defensively, but right now he's making up for it by actually scoring goals, and he's still got time to get 2, and that if he can get 2 goals, then he's going to be the winner of this game. Like you said, the formation change seemed to have made a huge impact.
Remember, if you've just tuned in, this is a special game. Qualification for Play Like a Legend Season 2 is up for grabs. These are both Spencer FC Game Academy players playing. And a draw is not as simple as that. Basically, the rule we're using for these games. Chance for Chris to level it up. Can he make it 4-4? It's good defending from Harry. Remember, if Chris does make it 4-4, he will still be going out because Harry got the first goal. And for these qualification games, we're doing a kind of first goal, not wins, but first goal helps you because it speeds things along a little bit. And currently, Harry's winning anyway, so he doesn't need to worry about that rule right now. But if Chris does get a 4th, he'll need a 5th to actually progress. But, you know, the 2 goals he scored in short succession a minute ago, did help him. Harry's actually going back to this diamond formation now. He's heard what you said, Chris. He's going to go back to what he knows. Is he going to keep Dani Alves in that attacking position, or is he going to swap him out?
I think you've got to move it. Yeah, you've got to move it a bit back. He's probably got better attacking options that he could stick up there. As great as a team of the year Alves is, it's also going to be an absolute monster defensively. And I think that's what he really needs right now, is to just hold this game out until the end of the allotted time. So he's actually going to move Alves back. He's putting Cuadrado attacking midfield. That's a great decision from him. Obviously very good at dribbling. Yeah. He's got all those skill moves that he can bring out if he chooses to do that, and we've seen a couple of them being used by him so far. Also great passer of the ball, so he can thread the needle for his attackers up front.
Okay, just under 10 minutes left here. And as things stand, Harry will be going through to the final, where he'll play for a place in Season 2 of Play Like a Legend, which will take place today, of course. But Chris is definitely in the ascendancy. He just needs a couple of late goals, and we've seen it happen before. Has he got enough? I mean, if he can score 5 goals past Harry, then he deserves to go through, obviously, because that's an incredible achievement. Harry's been pretty dominant in the academy so far. He was just so solid in the first half. He just didn't really turn up for the second half much. In fact, the goal he got this half was more or less gifted to him when Chris went off the line with his keeper.
Well, this is the growing process of being a pro FIFA player, is you've got to have yourself switched on all the time. You can't let up and give up, which is something that I think all three of us at the desk here can say that we've definitely done that online playing FIFA ourselves, is we've just completely switched off when we're battering someone. So you just find that you've got to keep concentration. It's long and it is a lot harder than it sounds, but keeping concentration in one of the biggest games that you've got and doing it on a repeated basis for a tournament is very difficult, and it's something that I think Harry's definitely got to look at.
It looks like Chris has left himself a little bit too much to do, though, here. Obviously, needing 2 goals in just over 2 minutes. I think Harry will feel confident now that he's going to shut things out. I mean, Chris would be gutted, though, if he got a 4th goal and went out just because he conceded the first one.
Yeah.
Chance for Chris. It's a good tackle from Harry. Minutes left now. Just needs to wind this clock down, and he's got himself a place competing against the winner of the next game for a spot in Group D. More importantly, he's protecting himself from elimination. Again, Harry has never faced elimination yet. Oh, and he could go and get a 5th here. He can seal the deal with Gareth Bale. He's brought his keeper out again. I don't know why he keeps doing it. It's a real shame to see. Chris has shown us some good qualities going forward in this second half, but defensively, slightly shambolic. I mean, conceding 5 goals, bringing that keeper off twice in an instance where he didn't need to, perhaps.
It reminds me of when you're playing with all your mates at home and you're all playing on the same team. You've got that one guy who just likes to bring the keeper out for no reason whatsoever, and you all just blame him for conceding 50 goals.
Chance here. He might get another goal here, you know? Oh, yeah, exactly. I mean, it's not the sort of thing you expect to see in a competitive environment. I think Chris has maybe learned that in this process, but it may be too little too late. He will be facing elimination now. And it's all over. OK, so Harry goes through to the next game, where he'll be playing the winner of Kieran versus Jack for a place in Play Like a Legend today, for a chance to win some money, chance to win legends, FIFA points, etc. But more importantly, perhaps, Chris is going to be facing elimination. The voting poll is not live yet, because we need to find out who is going up for elimination against. It's going to be Kieran or Jack. That game will be coming up shortly. They're just getting set up. But thoughts on that game?
Well played by Harry. I mean, he put up a great defensive display and attacking display, especially in the first half. The second half was a little bit sloppy. I think he just lost some concentration. I'd have to say that it's something that maybe he should work on, you know, just making sure that you keep concentrated. Every goal counts. Every minute is an important minute, regardless of what the scoreline is. Chris, he had some great spells as well, especially up front. His defense needs a bit more work. I don't really know what he's doing as keeper. I think he needs to have some backroom words with him and tell him, you know, stop running like a headless chicken outside your box.
What do you think he was trying with the keeper situation there? Was he trying to put him off?
I'm not sure. It was a very strange thing to do, especially in a competitive tournament like this. Even just to do it in a casual game, it's not an effective strategy. So I was very surprised to see him do it once, and then when he did it again, I mean, it's almost like he gave up. Like he didn't really care at that point, it seemed like, because it was never going to work bringing the keeper out like that. Harry, impressive performance. I mean, he got to win, which at the end of the day is ultimately, that's what you need, that's all you got to do. But it's a little bit disappointing to see him losing the control that he had.
Yeah.
He went up, and as you touched on earlier, the person who's going to end up winning this tournament is going to be a person who never stops going forward. Like, he respects his opponent throughout the entire game, no matter what the score is. They keep going forward. You don't relax. you don't put your foot on the brake, so to say. So that was a little bit disappointing, but he got the win, and he's moving on to the final. And you know, that's all you need, really.
Yeah, I mean, the qualities you've spoken about there, we've seen in Huge Gorilla so many times. Yeah, he concedes the odd goal, but he just once, he might score 3 or 4, and he won't then sit off. He'll go and score a 5th, a 6th, a 7th, maybe, as he did in the final last time around, which was a spectacular performance. So that's the sort of level these guys have got to get to. They've all played Huge Gorilla now. They've had experience against him, but not in a competitive environment. Anyway, we're ready for our second semi-final from the Spencer FC Game Academy. It's going to be Kieran versus Jack. Let's jump into the action. Remember, the winner of this game will go up against Harry in the final. The winner of that will get into Play Like a Legend Season 2. The loser of this game will be going up against Chris in an elimination face-off that you guys decide via a Twitter poll, and the loser of that poll will be leaving the academy today. Okay. Kieran likes to use, I've noticed this about him, he likes to use his Division 1 winning kit. Is that a mental strategy? Because, you know, we've all got one, I'm sure. And when you get it, you know, and you want to use it, straight away your opponent, particularly online when they don't know who they're coming up against necessarily, they go, oh, okay, this guy's won Division 1. He's a bit of a baller. He's a bit of a big dog, right? Do you think that Kieran choosing to... I mean, I'd assume that all these guys have won Division 1, to be fair. It's almost it's what you should expect based on their records online in qualification for this. They're all very dominant online. But even then, just using it, just wearing it, do you think it gives him a little bit of one-upmanship straight away?
No, I don't think so. I think it's just maybe he likes that kit. It's quite a nice kit, to be fair.
It's as simple as that. He just likes the kit.
It's a good-looking kit, and it's not tying you to a specific club, so it feels more like it's you. It's your club.
Yeah. Okay,
so
yeah, exactly, yeah.
You're not representing some other, you know, you're not wearing another club's kit. You're wearing kind of your own kit, and it looks nice. The black is very cool. I think online definitely sends a statement, but in a tournament like this, it doesn't really mean much. They've all won Division 1.
Oh, here we go then. We're underway. It's Kieran versus Jack. These guys haven't faced each other in the Game Academy so far. This is their first time. Jack is in the yellow and Kieran is in the Black Legends kit. And Jack's been pretty good so far in this tournament as well. I mean, these guys have both got something to talk about. Jack has faced off Harry in a couple of finals, losing both times, but he's definitely probably, you know, the second best on the rankings right now in the academy if you're going off previous results. However, Kieran did beat Huge Gorilla. He's the only person who was able to do that. It's a massive result. He scored a lot of goals. Almost scoring there. But yeah, Kieran scored quite a few goals. Gorilla kept coming back in that game. If you haven't seen it, check out episode 4 of the Game Academy. But Kieran kept coming back, kept scoring. He's going to score it. No, it's a good save from Manuel Neuer.
Both these players, I think, are rocking Griezmann up top as well, which is quite an interesting choice to see. He has been involved in quite a few teams so far, but I felt like it was mainly for chemistry reasons. But he, also being a former left winger himself, he does have great overall stats to be someone that could play behind the actual strike force if they chose to switch someone like Messi, Ronaldo or Bale up top.
Messi's an interesting one because we don't see him used a lot in the Play Like a Legend tournaments. You'd assume, you know, that he'd be used a lot. He's one of the best players in the game. That,
yeah.
You know, informs and whatever aside, he's the highest rated player in the game. Obviously, Ronaldo's preferred for obvious reasons. He's got the physicality, the heading ability. But you don't ever see... You could use them together if you can get them both in your squad. You know, you've got enough points or coins to get that. That's a great strike force, a great option, right? Especially now we've got Ronaldo's striker card out there.
Well, for me, I'd say it's probably that physicality aspect. I mean, Messi's not really that strong. And what I've noticed about competitive FIFA, you see a lot of physical battles going on between the players. Like some of the goals you see where you try and ball roll around the player and they take hold of it. That physicality helps you win back the ball off the other players. And when you're running through one-on-one in the goal, obviously pace not being the most outrageous factor in this FIFA, you do find yourself winning those running one-on-one battles by your physicality. And having Messi, although he's fast, if he's not strong enough, he's going to struggle to hold off people like Team of the Year, Sergio Ramos, what we see quite a bit of.
Exactly. Kieran probably slightly more dominant in this opening exchanges of this game. Chance here for him with Messi. That's a good tackle from DeMarcos there. Jack in the yellow kit needs to get a little bit more in this going forward. Hasn't really had the ball in Kieran's half too much. There's a bad pass there. He's giving it away. Kieran needs to capitalise on this because he's not going to get many of them. So ball in. Oh, he should have scored that, really.
Needed more power on it.
That wasn't the sort of finishing we saw him have against Gorilla. He seemed to score every shot he hit on that day, but could have arguably had a couple of goals already, and Jack could go up the other end and punish him if he's not going to be efficient with his chances. It's a great ball.
Lovely ball, just a bit too much on that one, and it is going to trickle over to the keeper. So, a lot of attacking moves for Kieran so far. The rest of it has been very much one-sided. Jack really not having the best of luck. His passes have been a bit scrappy as well. And Marius, I don't know what you've seen through this game. Talk me through what it is that you've noticed about these two players.
In possession, and he's making good decisions with his passing as well. He's not playing any risky passes. He's moving the ball around quickly. Jack, on the other hand, has made some poor errors. You see it right there. I mean, he's making passes that are risky, like they're likely to be intercepted. And I think he needs to stop doing that. He needs to keep possession. It's important to have the ball. You can't score unless you have the ball.
It looks like Kieran's also using Alaba in a reasonably further forward sort of position than we're used to seeing him. Free kick here. Now, we saw Harry get his opening goal with a free kick, and it looks like Kieran might be using the same technique. He does, but the pass wasn't as effective. It's cut out by legend Effenberg for Jack, and here's Modric into Griezmann. There's a ball on here for Bale. Chance for Jack to take the lead, which will be a big goal. If he can score it, there's a ball across. It's the wrong ball. Needed to go, I think it was to Effenberg running at the back post there.
Yeah, I think it was aiming at the back post, you're right.
Triple tap it, you got to triple tap that.
Yeah, if he'd kept that ball on the ground and aimed for the back post, he would have probably gotten a goal there, but he played it high, and that did not work out.
Jack's coming into his own a little bit more here. Needs to get some shots on goal, though, because Kieran's Neuer has not made a save yet. Could have a chance here. No. I think that stat came up a minute ago. 5 saves for Jack's Neuer in goal, but none for Kieran as yet. 0-0 here. Not too far away from half-time. If it is still level after 90 minutes, it will go to a golden goal situation. Griezmann on the ball for Jack. Looking for Bale. Bale. Can he whip it in? No. Jack's still on the ball, though, holding on to it a little bit better than he was in the opening minutes of the game. Maybe come into the game a little bit more now, feeling a bit more confident. Effenberg into Modric, chance, great tackle there from Kieran. And here's Ronaldo, running through. Ball rolled it, gives it to Georgie Weah, the legend, who's got a bit of space. Yes, Georgie Weah, nice pass to Ronaldo. Oh, it's Messi. So he's actually using Messi, Ronaldo and Weah in there. What an option. What an attack. The new Messi, Suarez, Neymar. Messi, Ronaldo, Weah. Ronaldo on the ball here for Kieran. It's a great team he's got. Oh, it's going to come back to him. Defended well in the end by Jack there.
I think Kieran needs to take advantage of Ronaldo's 5-star skills a little bit more. He's had a couple of situations where he really could have used, he could have used a basic skill move like a ball roll or something more advanced like an elastic or a flip-flap. Instead, he decided to play the pass, and it wasn't quite the right choice, I think.
Not a lot of chances since the first few minutes where Kieran had a few. It's kind of died down a little bit, become a bit of a midfield battle, but here is Griezmann on the ball. So many attacking players in this Kieran lineup. Ronaldo, Messi, Weah and Griezmann all somehow fitting into the team. And here is Messi, looking to get on his left peg. It's a good tackle from Effenberg, and it's dealt with. You've got Laurent Blanc at the back there. Here's Neymar for Jack. Griezmann on the ball, the Frenchman. Goes inside to Modric, who tries a back heel but loses it to the other Modric. A lot of players on both teams here. I think Griezmann's on both teams, Modric on both teams. Here's Vidal for Jack, looking to cross it in. It's a corner. Right, very close to half-time. Great time for Jack to nick a goal if he can. Modric on the ball, whips it in. Free head! Oh, over the line! No! That is superb last-ditch defending. It easily could have been 1-0 to Jack there. Best chance of the game, probably. And he was unable to score. Dealt with quite well by Kieran on the line there, but I mean, that's Jack's pretty much only chance, but what a chance it was.
I mean, I was just about to say before that corner that Jack is playing a really simple game. He's just absorbing the pressure as best he can. He's defending really well as well. And he's just waiting for the opportunity. He's passing it slowly, making his way up the pitch. It's only going to take 1 or 2 opportunities to get that one single goal that could win the game for him. And that's exactly what he's doing. Kieran's piling on the pressure. And as you said, he's got such an attacking-based team that he's trying to get the goal at any point as he can. So he can just, you know, take it more relaxed after that and take the pressure off himself and force his opponent into more mistakes and play a bit more aggressive, in which he can exploit those gaps at the back. But Jack's not doing that. He's playing very calmly and collectively.
Second half underway here. Marius, based on what you've seen, who do you think is going to win this one?
Well, I think Kieran is showing some signs that he's going to win this game, but anything can happen.
We actually saw Messi taken off for Tevez there.
Controversial Argentinian swap. It's going to be a goal kick here for Kieran. Kieran playing in the yellow, Jack in the black. Jack Black, if you will. Neymar on the ball. Dispossessed by Ramirez. It's a nice pass there. Carlitos, also known as Tevez. Alaba. Here's Tevez on the ball. Cuts back. DeMarcos tackles him though. Here's Effenberg. It's a good pass in for Gareth Bale. Bale's the ball on. He waited too long to play it there. But he's still got possession. Effenberg up to Neymar. He's gone past his man. Can Jack get something here? Puts the ball in. Oh, it's a bad delivery. Goes into the hands of Neuer. Still 0-0. Who will get the all-important first goal in this game? Will it be Kieran, who's trying to get the ball off Boateng with Ronaldo? Oh, it's lovely first touch passing
good
there.
football.
Bale plays out wide to Griezmann. Here's Griezmann on the right-hand side for Jack. Still got it. Griezmann fizzes it into Bale. Can he get it on his left peg? Oh, he's got on the right peg. Definitely not as good on the right as he is on the left, but the shot was decent. Forced a save from Neuer. It's a corner for Jackie boy. Modric whips it in, back stick. We've seen them go in at the back post before if you can get that header away, but it was a little bit too tight of an angle. It's going to be another corner. Here's Modric. Whips it in. Oh. Chance. Boateng. Still going for Bale. He's going to get on the left peg. He's going to hit it. And it's in.
It's in.
Jack takes the lead. He didn't look good at the start of this game, but he's come back in it. And he's 1-0 up, and Kieran needs 2 goals if he wants to go through.
Well, he's just had all the momentum going for himself right now. He's been really putting the pressure onto Kieran. Kieran's just struggling to answer back. It's that attacking team. It's not really worked out for him so far. And Jack just bided his time. He waited, he played a great defensive game, and all of a sudden he's found himself 1-0 up.
Ball in, though, for Kieran. Chance! Oh, it's off the post! Would have been an immediate, swift reply if he'd got that in. But it's denied by the woodwork. Chance, though, for Messi. He can't turn. And he's paused it. OK. Interesting. Very interesting. You wouldn't have thought that Jack would have taken the lead after the way the game started. But since probably the 20, 30-minute mark, he's been on top.
I think he just believes in himself. He knows how he wants to play the game, and he knows how he's going to win the game. He's probably got it all thought out in his head, and that's exactly what he's got out there and done here. And I don't know what Marius feels about how he's got about this 1-0 lead so far.
Well, I mean, when the game starts, he knows he's got 90 minutes, and he knows he just needs 1 goal. So he's been patient. I think he did make some bad choices in the first half, but ultimately he has just, he seems to stay calm, and he knows that all he needs is 1 goal. 1 moment is all it takes, and he got it. So we'll see if he can keep the lead or if the score is going to change around. But right now it's a very interesting game.
This could be setting up a Harry versus Jack final, which we've seen them play a few times before in the series, and Jack's not won one yet, so he'll be looking to get revenge if he can get through, but Kieran could still stand in his way. As things stand, though, Kieran and Chris will be going up for elimination, and you guys watching at home will decide who stays and who goes.
I mean, this really does shake things up, and, the overall standings of the Spencer FC Academy is maybe one of the weaker players. Looks like he might be going through to the final.
Neymar, the shot. Jack's been there or thereabouts in a lot of the tournament-style episodes. He's come to the final a couple of times. But, yeah, he actually probably got beaten the most convincingly by Gorilla in the last episode. I think it was a 5-goal margin between the two of them, whereas obviously Kieran beat Gorilla. But it shows you, and it's good inspiration for the guys that are going to play Like a Legend today, anyone can beat anyone. Oh, penalty. Oh, this could be all over. If Jack puts this in, it's probably going to be too much for Kieran to handle. He needs to save this penalty. This could be it. This could be the last bit of action we see from Kieran if he goes out getting eliminated today. He needs to try and save this to keep himself a chance of staying in the process. Oh, wow. The keeper asked him to put it there, and Effenberg did. And it went in, and it's 2-0 to Jack. And Kieran is most probably going to be going up for elimination. For the second time, I might add, he was up for elimination last time we were here for season 1. He obviously survived that vote. Is he going to survive another one going up against Chris, though? Or is he going to get back in the game? There's still time. He needs 3 goals, though, to win this.
This is going to be a frustrating time for Kieran right now. He's coming up against a defence that he's struggled to penetrate all game long, and he's got the task of doing it twice here, or in fact 3 times, I believe, because of the silver goal rule.
Here we go. Chance. Oh! Kieran could have got himself a goal then, given himself a little bit of a sliver of hope. Georgia Way, it's a good tackle. Effenberg's been a beast in there all game for Jack. Really marshalling just in front of the defence in that kind of CDM spot. But getting forward as well, scoring the penalty, of course. The Twitter poll will go live after the final match here. So we've got one more match after this between the two winners, which looks like it's going to be Jack and Harry. And then we'll put the Twitter poll live after that. So that's when you can start voting for who you want to keep in the process, guys. Here's Modric. Jack could go 3-0 up here, which would be probably a flattering result, I'd say. Kieran has been... He's struggled since the sort of 20, 30-minute mark, but he's probably still had more chances than Jack.
So that Division 1 kit is not really paying off for him.
No, it's not really worked for him. DeMarcus on the ball here for Jack. He just wants to keep possession now. He's pretty much through to the final. Just about 4 minutes left here.
Lovely football. Not able to get on the end of it. Alaba winning that one, but as you said, it's just been such a solid defensive display. Effenberg really taking charge of that midfield and just sitting in front of the defence right there. He just had such a solid game. He's held it out for Jack, and Jack, I think he knew that if he could just hold on and not concede early on, that he'd be going through into the second half with a lot of possession based around him. He'd have a lot more chances, and those chances he knew he could take them. He knows he's clinical enough to do it, and that's exactly what he's come out here and done.
Yeah, into injury time now. It's looking like Kieran's going to be on the shopping block with Chris. Can he get himself a consolation goal here? Remember, people are still judging him on what how he's playing here. So a goal, whilst it wouldn't help him go through, it might help the audience decide to keep him, because, you know, Chris did get a fair few goals against Harry, whereas we've seen Kieran draw a blank here. So I don't know if the voters are going to take that into consideration or not. Obviously, it's up to them who they want to keep in the process. Ramirez, Weyer, Ramirez, and there's the final whistle. Okay, so Jack is going through. He's going to play Harry. The winner of that game will be taking part in Play Like a Legend today. They'll be going into Group D along with Vitality Brian and Boras Legend. Now we know the two losers. We know who they are. It's Chris and it's Kieran. They are going to be facing elimination. I'll be putting a Twitter poll live just after this next game between Harry and Jack. As soon as it's live on my Twitter, @SpencerOwen, you can go there and you can vote for who you want to keep. Remember, you're voting to save, not voting to leave. You're voting for the person you want to keep in the process. What do you think about that game, guys?
Really good defensive display from Jack. I think he fully deserved the victory. He held out Kieran very well. I was expecting Kieran to do a lot better in that one after beating Huge Gorilla. But unfortunately for him, he couldn't find the